Lupus is a complex autoimmune disease that can affect nearly every part of the body, from joints and skin to organs and cognitive function. For many, the symptoms are unpredictable, invisible, and disabling. Yet despite the seriousness of the condition, it can be difficult to get approved for long-term disability benefits. Hi, I'm Leah Small, a managing attorney here at Chisholm & Kilpatrick, a leading public interest law firm based in Providence, Rhode Island. Today, I'll be discussing lupus and long-term disability benefits, specifically how lupus may qualify for these disability benefits, what challenges you might face while filing a claim, and tips on how to build a compelling case for benefits. But before we begin, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more LTD content. Lupus is a chronic autoimmune disorder where the body's immune system attacks its own tissues and organs. Symptoms can include things like joint pain, fatigue, fevers, rashes, and swelling. It can involve your organs, such as the kidneys, lungs, or hearts, and can also lead to neurological complications. In addition, symptoms can flare and then remit, which can make it hard to maintain a consistent work schedule. Fatigue, cognitive dysfunction, and physical limitations can interfere with job duties in both physical roles and desk-based roles. If you are suffering from lupus, then you may potentially qualify for long-term disability benefits. You must demonstrate that you meet your policy's definition of disability, which could be an own occupation definition or an any occupation definition, which is typically harder to meet. In submitting a claim, you should include evidence of how your lupus and resulting symptoms interferes with your ability to work. If you're filing for long-term disability due to lupus, there's several different types of medical evidence you should include. You want to include documentation of diagnosis and treatment by a rheumatologist, any results from lab tests you've undergone, notes from treating providers that describe your symptom severity, flare frequency, and your treatment response. If organs are affected and you've undergone imaging or biopsy tests, then you want to include those reports as well. And you want to include documentation of your fatigue, cognitive dysfunction, and any physical limitations that result from your symptoms. It's important to document how your symptoms impact your function on a day-to-day basis and thus prevent you from working. However, individuals suffering from lupus can face challenges when filing for long-term disability benefits. Symptoms are often seen as subjective, and the claim may lack objective testing showing impairment at work. In addition, if you have gaps in your medical treatment or follow up with your doctor irregularly, that may be used as evidence that your condition is not severe. Finally, if your symptoms flare and then remit, you may appear healthy in between these flares, and thus the insurance company may argue you're capable of working. If your medical records do not clearly document your functional limitations that prevent you from working, that can be used against your claim as well. If you are filing an LTD claim for lupus, there are ways you can strengthen your claim. You should stay consistent with rheumatology and primary care appointments, as well as appointments with any other specialist you are seeing. You can also consider keeping a symptom journal that tracks your symptoms on a day-to-day basis, such as fatigue and pain levels, how those symptoms impact your ability to function at home and at work, and track any flares you experience and how those affect you. You can also consider asking your doctor to write a report describing your condition, your symptoms, and what you can and cannot do as a result. If you have cognitive issues as a result of your lupus, consider obtaining a neuropsychological evaluation to measure and document those impairments. Additionally, functional capacity evaluations can help document any physical limitations you experience as a result of your condition. And as always, if you need assistance, you can contact an attorney for help. Lupus is unpredictable, painful, and often invisible to those who don't live with it every day. But if it's keeping you from working, you may be entitled to long-term disability benefits. The key is to show how your symptoms affect your ability to function on a day-to-day basis. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more long-term disability content. You can reach out to us at any time for a free case evaluation if you need help with your long-term disability claim. Take care.